Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to silence your cell phones. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting shortly. Could you please silence your cell phones and make your way to your seats? Thank you.
When you feel like quitting, remember all of those who said you'd fail. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. When you feel like quitting, remember what you're doing it all for. When you feel like quitting, remember pain is temporary and greatness lasts forever.
When you feel like quitting, remember that the pain you feel today will be replaced with the strength you need tomorrow. Remember that every ounce of pain you feel is building a stronger you, a stronger body, a stronger mind, and a stronger character. So push through the pain. Don't let it stop you. Force it to grow you.
Where's your badge? Where's your badge? Why don't you have a badge? On your face!
You didn't wake up like ready for this? Shave, clean, brush your teeth, wash your face? Sir, yes, sir. But you shaved last night. Sir, yes, sir. You obviously can't do that. Obviously. Because now you have hair on your face, and we gotta get rid of it. You understand? Sir, yes, sir. So, I'm gonna fix that for you. We're gonna fix this line. Yes, sir. And if you ever show up to the academy looking like this again, we're gonna have huge problems. You understand? Sir, yes, sir. You obviously can't. Sir, yes, sir. You not care about this academy? I do, sir. You do, then why'd you show up like this? Why'd you show up like this? No, sir. You have no idea because you don't care. That's the problem. Most of the trainees don't care. They're the outcast. You don't care all that. You care a little bit. You think you're the hope, huh? Let us know. Are you sure? So yes, sir. I think so. What is that train that you did? Sir, run every day, sir. 35 miles a day, sir. You are man, sir. Talk me to face.
Take down any challenge.
Sir, no, sir. Sir, yes, sir. I'm looking at you, and you don't look like you're prepared physically. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being observant here. Sir, yes, sir. So physically, what did you do? Keep going. Sir. Sir. What's badge say? It says deputy sheriff trainee.
No, it's good that say deputy! Not one part of that says deputy!
So you're telling me you want to come here to be a deputy sheriff? You don't even know what the badge means or what it says. Is that correct? That's correct, isn't it? Show me. Go ahead and point where the deputy is.
It's incorrect, sir.
It's incorrect?
Oh, I'm sorry, your badge is wrong, huh? It couldn't be you! It's your badge!
On your face. So push.
Why? Answer my question. Why are you looking that way? Hello? What?
Sir, need to come in, sir.
Who? Why are you talking first person? Hurry up! Come on! Now get on your face! Hurry up!
Yes, sir.
Everybody on your face!
Care about your apology. I don't forget to tell you, does it? Why are you down there in CrossFit? Keep pushing. On your feet, Duncan. On your feet, Duncan. They will throw step on your head. He's going up there. Your career started off with a bang here. Sir, yes, sir. Answer him. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Answer him. I said, no, sir. You have to touch him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain seated and withhold your applause as we present to you the graduates of the 223rd Basic Academy. the Training Division is proud to present to you Class 223. Good evening. I'm excited to welcome you all here tonight for the 223rd Basic Academy graduation. My name is Julie Landon. I am the captain of the Frank Bland Regional Training Center. The video you watched earlier was the morning of March 29th, 2021. 55 trainees met for the very first time. What you see here tonight are 47 of them who overcame obstacles, stayed committed, and worked together as a team to stand before you tonight. I know I speak for all of them when I say thank you for your support over the last 6 months. Without you, they would not be here tonight. I would ask that you stand with me as I invite up Pastor Diego Mesa from the Abundant Living Church to offer the invocation.
You know, this is a momentous day. It's an honorable day and a day of celebration, and we don't want to take it lightly. I want to thank everybody that's in this room and who you represent, but especially our peace officers for the calling on your lives and how you protect and defend our amazing state of California. And I say thank you. Father, now we come before you. In God we trust is more than words or letters. We need to trust you more than we ever have. In a world that's so full of turmoil, these young men and these young women sense a call in their lives. And they're going to step up with courage and conviction to obey that call. But we ask that you protect them. The trainers in the academy did everything they could to prepare them. But now there has to be a divine intervention from you to protect them from stray bullets, gang violence, or anyone that seeks to do them harm. Protect their marriages, protect their families. Father, we just pray that you give them wisdom just to know whether something is right or something is wrong on the inside of them. Father, we lift up this peace officers and all that our sheriff academy and all these agencies in California. We ask you that we would be your ministers as we go out. This is more than an occupation, it's more than a job. We uphold truth, we uphold rules, we uphold laws. Whether they are respected or not, whether we are reproached for what we do. Thank you for these men and women today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor Mesa. Please remain standing as we honor our nation's flag. Sergeant Matt Gordon, present the colors. Please place your right hand over your heart and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Our Basic Academy program is hosted by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department and San Bernardino Valley College. However, there are a number of special guests here tonight who support us in what we do. I would like to recognize them now. Representing California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, Chief Deputy Director Joseph McCullough. Representing the Barstow Police Department, Chief Albert Ramirez Jr. Representing the Claremont Police Department, Chief Shelley Vanderveen. Representing the Corona Police Department, Chief Robert Newman. Representing the Glendora Police Department, Chief Matt Egan. Representing the Fontana Police Department, Chief Billy Green. Representing the Monrovia Police Department, Chief Alan Sanvictorez. Representing the Rialto Police Department, Chief Mark Kling. Representing the Riverside Police Department, Deputy Chief Bruce Bloomdahl. Representing the San Bernardino Police Department, Acting Chief David Green. Representing the Upland Police Department, Captain Marcelo Blanco. Representing the San Bernardino Courts, Assistant Presiding Judge Glenn Ibuno. Representing the San Bernardino County Public Defender's Office, Public Defender Thomas Sohn. Representing the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office, District Attorney Jason Anderson. Representing the California Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, the Regional Manager for our Academy, Senior Consultant Matthew Odine. Representing San Bernardino Valley College, Academy Co-Director Paul Dennis. Representing the San Bernardino Valley College, Dean of Social Science, Physical Education, and Criminal Justice Division, Dr. Wallace Johnson. We would like to ask members of the San Bernardino County Grand Jury to stand and be recognized. We would also like to recognize the members of the countywide Vision Leadership Equity Element Group. Representing the Office of the Sheriff of San Bernardino County, Shannon Dykes. Under Sheriff Horace Boatwright. Assistant Sheriff Robert Wickham. Assistant Sheriff Sam Fisk. And the Sheriff's executive staff. Lastly, I would like to introduce to you the Academy tactical staff who were directly involved in the daily activities of Class 223. From Fontana Police Department, Guest Tactical Officer, Officer Matthew Rogers. Deputy Jacob Tizard. Deputy Kayla Torres. Corporal George Anagnostopoulos. Corporal Jason Massetti. Corporal Walter Peraza. And Corporal Max Kunzman. I would also like to thank the Fontana Police Department for providing us with the guest tactical officer. Like I mentioned, it was 6 months ago, Class 223 lined up in formation on the training center PT field, having little to no idea what challenges they were going to face over the next 24 weeks. But what we do know is that they all had the same goal in mind, to begin a career in law enforcement. Throughout their academy experiences, they learned that law enforcement is just more than enforcing the laws. It's always doing the right thing, always for the right reasons, and also when no one's looking. It's about being involved in the communities. It's about protecting and serving and treating others with respect. It is being there to comfort those in their greatest time of need. Tonight, we celebrate the success of 47 graduates who successfully achieved their class motto, Locked In. And now, here to tell you more about the Basic Academy and what the graduating class has to do to accomplish to get here tonight, the director of the Academy, Lieutenant Matthew Collins.
Thank you, Captain. Good evening. Since 1973, the Frank Bland Regional Training Center has produced thousands of the best trained law enforcement officers in the state of California. In this graduating class, there are officers and deputies from 12 different law enforcement agencies. Over the past 6 months, they received training on 41 different learning domains from nearly 100 different experts and evaluators. In the classroom, they covered topics such as patrol tactics, gangs, investigations, evidence, criminal law, ethics, leadership, cultural awareness, and community policing. They had to apply the information they learned in the classroom to practical scenarios. These scenarios simulate real-life situations and problems they will have to handle and solve as law enforcement officers. Aside from the academic portion, the Basic Academy program consists of 2 additional components: skills and physical training. The skills component requires the trainees to be proficient in defensive tactics, firearms, and emergency vehicle operations. The physical training component requires the trainees to successfully complete a rigorous and diverse physical fitness program designed to increase their strength, endurance, speed, and agility. The goal of our program is to instill the idea of lifetime fitness into each trainee. In addition to the obvious physical benefits, the Lifetime Fitness program also reinforces the values of teamwork, perseverance, overcoming adversity, and the mindset of never, ever giving up. Our Basic Academy program is run by an elite group of tactical officers that possess the talent and commitment to train the future of law enforcement. They are mentors for the trainees and administer our Academy's structured discipline program. Beginning on day 1, the trainees learn there are no excuses, and each of them are responsible and accountable for the class's successes and failures. It is this added stress that helps develop them into professional law enforcement officers who can handle the pressure and demands of this chosen career. The tactical officers demand excellence in everything the trainees do. They hold them accountable to our Academy's motto, look, act, and be professional. After completing the skills component, the physical training component, comprehensive exams covering 18 different learning domains, a first aid and CPR exam, and a report writing exam, I am proud to say the graduates of Class 223 have met all academic requirements. Great job and congratulations. At this time, I would like to invite to the podium Paul Dennis, the co-director from San Bernardino Valley College, to give us a more detailed understanding of the Academy's academic program.
Good evening, and thank you, Lieutenant. On behalf of the San Bernardino Community College District Board of Trustees, Chancellor Diana Rodriguez, and Interim President of San Bernardino Valley College, Scott Thayer, I extend my congratulations to the graduates of Class 223 and their families that are here tonight. To the men and women of this graduating class, I commend you for your perseverance, your determination, and your commitment. I know all too well that the journey was not simple, but you made it, and because of that, we're all very proud of you this evening. The partnership between San Bernardino Valley College and the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has existed for over 50 years. This long-standing partnership does so much to serve our community by providing outstanding educational pathways for so many law enforcement professionals throughout the region. All of tonight's graduates have successfully completed 24 weeks of intensive training and have received 36.5 community college units, 12 of which are transferable to the California State University system and can be applied towards a 4-year degree. To succeed professionally, higher education provides the edge that will allow you to keep pace with the ever-changing competitive environment that we live in. It's been my personal professional experience that when applying for promotions or specialized assignments, higher education assists you in opening doors that would otherwise be quite difficult to open. Despite the demands of your chosen profession, I encourage each and every one of you tonight to continue your goals towards your education and commit to being lifelong learners. Some of you may recall a brief quote that I shared with you on day one of the Academy. It was by one of my favorite actors, Denzel Washington, and he was speaking to a group of aspiring actors and actresses about goal setting. And he went on to say, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. Goals on the road to achievement cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency. You have each achieved something very significant this evening and are proof that Mr. Washington's philosophy about what I just spoke on holds true. I encourage each of you to continue to set goals, remain disciplined, and embrace your consistency as you navigate your law enforcement career. Stay true to the lessons that you've learned on this journey, and all the best to each and every one of you as you embark on this next chapter of your life. May God bless each of you, and in all you do, please stay safe. It's now my pleasure to introduce a video presentation so that the family members and friends that are here tonight viewing this evening's ceremony can better understand the last 24 weeks of your loved one's experience here at San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. So please join me in viewing this video.
When you feel like quitting, remember all of those who said you'd fail. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. When you feel like quitting, remember what you're doing it all for. When you feel like quitting, remember pain is temporary and greatness lasts forever.
When you feel like quitting, remember that the pain you feel today will be replaced with the strength you need tomorrow. Remember that every ounce of pain you feel is building a stronger you, a stronger body, a stronger mind, and a stronger character. So push through the pain. Don't let it stop you. Force it to grow you.
Welcome to the
became a man at war, and I am fighting for all of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always tried to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. The fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is gone mad, if we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is gone mad, and we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
Looks like a great time, yeah? I take great pride in introducing you to a 29-year veteran of law enforcement and a proud graduate of the 106th session of our Basic Academy, the Sheriff of our great county, Shannon Dykes.
Folks, before I get started, all the friends and family are here. If everybody that is here from the law enforcement profession, we want to applaud you. So please join me in applauding the friends and family for mentoring and pouring into this wonderful group of people. Folks, thank you for being you. Class, I know Lieutenant Collins said you passed and you finished all of your requirements, but if you notice, he didn't say that until you passed the spinning drumstick deal. And I didn't see a one of you get whacked, so congratulations. Folks, I'm very proud tonight and honored to be introducing our keynote speaker. He's committed to San Bernardino County and brings with him a wealth of experience and homegrown expertise. He was raised in the city of Rialto and attended all local public schools. He received an associate's degree from San Bernardino Valley College, a bachelor's of science degree from Cal State San Bernardino, a master's degree in public administration from Cal State San Bernardino, and a second master's degree in education from Azusa Pacific University. He worked in law enforcement for 7 years. He taught the local classrooms for 15 years and was the head coach for the softball team at Rialto High School. He had the opportunity to get to know many young people growing up in our community. He helped them implement many youth programs and develop many community relationships. He served on the Rialto City Council from 2007 to 2020. Before serving on the City Council, he was a member of the California State Assembly from 2004 to 2006. He believes in giving back to the community and has worked diligently to increase funding for senior programs and implement after-school programs for our youth. He has increased funding for police and fire departments and was recently instrumental in securing a new deputy sheriff for the community of Bloomington. He's been very supportive of the Sheriff's Department in allocating funding for our special projects. His love for the county he has called home for over 49 years is shown by his regular presence at civic events throughout the Inland Empire. He and his wife have been married for 18 years. He has 3 children and 3 lovely grandchildren. He is a member of St. Catherine's of Siena Catholic Church in Rialto. He is grateful to the citizens for allowing him to serve the people of San Bernardino County's 5th District. I am so pleased to welcome all of our friend, 5th District Supervisor Joe Baca, Jr.
Thank you, Sheriff Dykes, for that kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, friends, family, It's an honor to be here. It really is an exciting time. As he said, I'm Joe Baca, Jr., San Bernardino County 5th District Supervisor. An honor to be here tonight to recognize the outstanding men and women graduating from the class of 2023. I mean, this is very exciting, and really as we look at law enforcement today, the challenges they have, and the oath of office that you're going to serve and protect, undoubtedly one of the most prestigious oaths one can take. And I'm here tonight to express my extreme gratitude. So I'm very proud of you. Your family's very proud of you. And thank you for going into this profession. This is a tough time to be a law enforcement officer. And what you're doing and volunteering, willing to protect and serve our community, I want to say thank you to you. It's an honor. It really is. As a nation, we've battled many storms, from social changes, civil unrest, a pandemic that has impacted all of us. We are not strangers to challenges as you begin your journey. I encourage you to remember the strength and courage it took as you progressed through the academy. Even more, I encourage you to remember the unity and camaraderie you experience and exhibit to the communities which you will soon be serving. And the great thing about law enforcement is all of you have a great brotherhood and sisterhood. Anytime there's an event, you all show plenty of support. And that really means a lot to us and our communities. I mean, it's a great brotherhood and sisterhood that you will always cherish and remember forever. And I tell you, out here, I know you're graduating from the academy, but you got a wealth of experience out there. Ask questions. You got great chiefs, you got people in brass, people that have gone through it. They've seen the highs and lows of law enforcement, and always continue to learn and get better. We don't have all the answers. There's always room to improve, so continue to improve and get better as a law enforcement officer. We just thank you for what you're doing. Continue to hold fast to the truth. United, we move mountains. Therefore, united, we will stand. As a county supervisor, I want to know that you have our support of law enforcement and greatly appreciate the dedication and risks you take every day putting your life on the line. And this comes from the entire County Board of Supervisors. We all support our sheriffs and men and women in uniform. You do a great job. So a couple words of advice I want to share with you, and I heard this at a graduating class many years ago. The first thing that's most important is that you go home every day. Go home every day. That's important. That's your end goal. Obviously, you want to protect and serve the community, but you want to go home every day. We want to see you go home every day. Us, as individuals, community members, community leaders, we want to see you go home every day. And the second piece of advice I want to give you is enjoy your family and friends. When you leave the job, don't take your job home with you. Go home and enjoy your personal time. Because you know what? This job can eat at you. You take it home, you take it out on your family. It's important that we separate. I got that word of advice when I went through the correctional academy. People said, don't take the job home. Because it's important that you enjoy, because this is a tough business. I mean, look at all the social challenges, the challenges even that many of you are hampered by some of the state legislation that's been introduced today that makes your job difficult. But we need to do better and fix that at some point in time. As your county supervisor, I want you to know that you have our support and appreciate you putting your lives on the line. And as we continue to overcome obstacles to progress in the county, I pray for all the law enforcement officers that may be protected as they perform one of the most difficult jobs in the nation. This is a very difficult task you're taking on and one of the toughest times. And I know even for you as law enforcement agencies, it's challenging recruiting. But the fact that you survived 47 out of 55, you endured the academy, you committed, that shows your commitment to your family, to your profession, but most of all to our community and how committed you are. And that means a lot to us. And you will always get our support of law enforcement. And I just want to say congratulations to all the families. Give it up for these law enforcement officers. Give it up for them. The future protecting the county of San Bernardino. God bless them. Now what I did here is there's two law enforcement officers that are going to be in Rialto. So Chief Kling, I'm going to give them my address so they know where to protect my house. No, but we love our officers in our community, and we got great people. I got childhood friends, my good friend Jerry Gutierrez and Jimmy Mills, raised in Rialto, and they're now law enforcement officers now doing a great job. So on behalf of the county of San Bernardino, I want to say congratulations, God bless you, and keep our community safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Supervisor Joe Baca, Jr. And now Corporal Koonsman will share with you some of the accomplishments of Class 223.
Thank you, Captain. Our training center recognizes the importance of balancing family, career, and community in a law enforcement officer's life. In order to help keep that balance, our academy offers a family support program. Our program offers spouses and family members an orientation class to give the family members of our trainees a glimpse of academy life and their transition into a law enforcement career. We also encourage the trainees to become actively involved in the communities they serve. Class 223 donated $2,500 to the family of Sergeant Vaca, who was tragically killed in the line of duty. They participated in a car show at Sunrise Church to raise awareness for the homelessness. They put together enough canned food and personal hygiene items for 50 homeless individuals. They designed and pre-ordered 800 patches of the Academy mascot, Mac, in honor of Detective Jeremiah McKay, who was killed in the line of duty in 2013. At the request of Detective Jeremiah McKay's family, a portion of the donations went to concerns of police survivors. The class partnered with Community Action Partnership of San Bernardino and donated over 100 boxes of canned foods and 175 gift wraps, each consisting of a pair of shoes, 3 outfits, and a week's worth of food, to the foster youth in San Bernardino and Los Angeles counties. Finally, the class raised money by selling t-shirts and organizing a drive-in movie night for their chosen nonprofit organization, Together We Rise, which works with hundreds of social workers, group homes, and foster care agencies to ensure youth in our communities are given resources to seek a future beyond the confines of their past. Here are Officers Kayleen Swift and Kyle Taylor to present a check in the amount of $15,000 to event coordinator Melissa Zendejas.
Good evening, everyone. Like mentioned, my name is Melissa Zendejas, and I am the event coordinator at Together We Rise. I've actually been a lifelong resident of San Bernardino County. I was born in Fontana, raised in Ontario, so this is really special to be able to be here today. I also have a little brother who was actually adopted through the foster care system, so it's even more special that I get to be here. With this amazing donation, we're able to provide duffel bags that replace trash bags for kids when they're entering the foster care system, celebrate their birthdays, provide bikes and skateboards to give them that sense of childhood, independence, and different STEM activity programs that we're trying to instill that confidence and love with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So we're truly honored to be able to receive this from you guys, and we're so grateful because of the additional donations that the class did make, and we were able to help hundreds of youth already, and with this, we're gonna be able to help hundreds of more. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Melissa. While all the graduates deserve recognition, a few of the trainees have distinguished themselves through exceptional performance and will receive special achievement awards. Recognizing the difficulty of our academic program, the first achievement award is presented to the student whose academic average was the highest in the class. This trainee's total academic average was 95.88%. This award is presented to Officer Albert Argueta Jr., Upland Police Department. The next award is the Tactical Officers Award. This award is presented by the tactical staff to the trainee they feel put forth the greatest amount of effort and reflected the highest degree of commitment. This award is based on perseverance and motivation. The recipient is Officer Kayleen Swift, Riverside Police Department. The next award is the Physical Fitness Award. This award is given to the trainee who arrived at the academy physically prepared and excelled in physical training sessions, as well as the physical fitness assessments and testing. The recipient is George Manzo, San Bernardino Valley College. Our next award is given for outstanding proficiency in firearms training. Each trainee fired close to 3,000 rounds from their handgun, rifle, and shotgun. Many of the shooting exercises required target accuracy under strict time constraints. This trainee excelled in speed and accuracy during daily drills, shooting competitions, and timed exams. This graduate had the highest range scores in the class, achieving a score of 100%. This award is presented to Officer Kyle Taylor, Claremont Police Department. Squad 2 is taking it home. The next award is the John M. Futch Community Law Enforcement Leadership Scholarship, given by SEBA. This scholarship is in memory of John M. Futch Jr., a retired police officer and educator who played a vital role in civic engagement, awareness, and advocacy. This trainee was chosen by the SEBA committee as a future leader who will proudly represent Mr. Futch's legacy to community service. We would like to invite the president of SEBA, Grant Ward, and Sheriff Shannon Dykes to present this award. The recipient is George Manzo. The next award, the Honor Graduate, is given to the trainee whose overall grades in all aspects of the Academy program makes them the #1 in their class. While this trainee may not have been rated as a top achiever in all categories, their combined scores in academics, physical training, firearms, and scenario exercises makes them #1 overall. The recipient is Officer Dominic Ruiz, San Bernardino Police Department. The Honor Graduate Award includes a special presentation by the Sheriff's Council. The Sheriff's Council is comprised of community members dedicated to the support of our department, its members, its training, and our law enforcement mission. This presentation will be made by Under Sheriff Horace Boatwright.
All right, class 223. As you enter this career, you will hear that the silent majority within our community support you. Members of this majority show that support in many ways, some of which are not silent, but fervently and publicly profess their admirations for your efforts. It is my honor to make this presentation this evening on behalf of one such group, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Council. The Sheriff's Council comprises professional business, and community leaders who promote and sponsor the goals of the Sheriff's Department and law enforcement agencies in our county. They dedicate their time and personal resources to furthering the law enforcement mission. Throughout your career, there will be many instances when your supporters will stand behind and more importantly, stand in front of you. The council pledged this unwavering support and will be there when you need them. On behalf of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Council members, it is my pleasure to present this Ruger Vaquera stainless steel 357 Magnum to the top Academy student, Dominic Ruiz.
Thank you, Under Sheriff Boatwright and Sheriff's Council. The final award is given to the president of the graduating class. This trainee is chosen by their classmates as representing the professional demeanor and characteristics necessary for a successful law enforcement career. The class president is also responsible for giving the student address. The recipient of this award is Officer Albert Argueta, Upland Police Department.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Officer Albert Argueta of the Upland Police Department. I'm honored to stand before you today as the class president of Class 223. I want to start by saying thank you to the Upland Police Department. I am grateful to be able to represent such a distinguished organization. I want to thank Chief Darren Goodman, Captain Marcelo Blanco, Captain Cliff Matthews, and Officers Brian Sendeldorfer and Nick McCann for their support throughout my journey. Thank you to Sheriff Shannon Dykes and retired Sheriff John McMahon for providing a one-of-a-kind institution for Class 223 to build the foundation of our law enforcement careers. Thank you to Hector Chalopa, Class 223's administrative officer. Your organization, persistence, and positive outlook were pivotal to Class 223's success. You're the engine that kept Class 223 running to win every day. Lastly, I would like to thank the tactical staff. These tactical officers have challenged us in every way possible over the last 24 weeks. They have served an essential role in shaping the future of law enforcement. Throughout the academy, I've kept a mantra as my phone screensaver. It says, don't put first place efforts into second place things. I want to repeat that. Don't put first place efforts into second place things. It served as a reminder to avoid life's distractions and focus 100% of my efforts on things that truly matter. Class 223 chose to give our first place efforts throughout our journey. We made this decision with every hour, every detail, and every challenge. With every hour, we chose to give our first place effort. Class 223 clocked in 960 hours of training and instruction, ranging from emergency operations and laws of arrest to cultural awareness and community policing. We spent countless hours raising funds and planning events to benefit both of our class charities, Together We Rise and COPS, Concerns of Police Survivors. We hustled through taxing physical training sessions of bear crawling up hillsides, running miles on rocky terrain, and if Corporal Massetti was around, endless repetitions of core exercises. So many core exercises that it would hurt to cough the next day. Through it all, we gave our 100%. With every detail, we chose to give our first place effort. Through this experience, we were examined under a microscope. We were taught to look for every loose string, fix every nick in our baton, and every day polish our boots to have a reflective mirror shine. My least favorite part of the academy had to be shining my boots. Most days, my boots looked subpar to others, yet still decent enough to get by. One day, while standing in formation next to Hector Chalopa, Lieutenant Galt walked by us. He paused, then looked down at both of our boots. Lieutenant Galt asked me why mine did not look like Chalopa's. I responded with, "Sir, he put more effort into his boots than I did." I was humiliated, but it was the truth. Later that day, I went to Shlopa's house to see how he shined his boots. I thought to myself, this guy must be using different polish, tools, or some shortcut to make his boots look as good as they did. I quickly learned Shlopa had no secret method. He pulled out the same polish, used the same heat gun, and had the same boot brush. The only difference, he gave 100% effort down to the smallest detail. As Coach John Wooden says, it's the little details that are vital. Little things make big things happen. And finally, with every challenge, we chose to give our first place effort. One day, about halfway through the academy, TAC staff noticed we were not performing our push-ups to standard. Every time one of us didn't execute a push-up correctly, Deputy Tizard would yell, "Start over, you're back at one." We repeated the cycle of push-ups over and over again with no end in sight. Each time I called down to execute a rep, I could feel my arms giving up on me. As I called down one more time, my arms stopped pushing and I fell flat to the ground. TAC staff, already yelling, doubled down when they noticed I couldn't go on. I lied on the ground, embarrassed, and thought I was alone in my defeat. I finally looked in front of me and saw my classmates lying on the ground, drained and also unable to push themselves up. We had endured similar smoke sessions that week, but this was by far the worst. We were on what seemed to be a downward spiral. However, we were determined to shift the tide. The following day, we decided to come 2 hours early. We wanted to pull weeds, paint the academy rocks, and pick up brass left behind at the range. We wanted to show our spirits could not be broken, that we were resilient, and through it all, we still wanted to be here. After we finished, Lieutenant Galt walked down from his office to address us. He thanked us for going above and beyond that morning. He stated not many classes take that kind of initiative, and we were shaping up to be one of the best classes he had seen. The pride felt amongst the class as Lieutenant Galt spoke to us was palpable. This was the moment. This was when everything clicked. As a class, we became locked in. We went from being individuals to working as a team. We were pushed to our limits, broken down together, but with each other's support, we got off the ground, dusted ourselves off, and rallied onward. Class 223's motto is locked in. It embodies our relentless pursuit of success as a team, our sharpened focus, and the first place efforts it takes to win every day. Class 223. As we move into the next phase of our careers and leave the academy as a memory, I want to remind you, win every day. We hear that life's a marathon, not a sprint. However, I believe life is a marathon made up of many sprints. We are chasing wins in every single race, where right after every finish line is just another start line. We are in pursuit of that euphoric feeling that you can only earn from winning. Every day, we are presented with a new opportunity to win. Sometimes it's as simple as getting in a workout when you don't feel like it, and other times it's more rewarding, such as getting married or becoming a parent. Today, our win is becoming law enforcement officers. Still, winning is never easy. Every win comes with obstacles, pain, and self-doubt that must be overcome. In the past, I placed limits on my own potential. I refused to embrace certain aspects about myself and ultimately prevented myself from growing. But through this experience, I have learned that in facing adversity, there lies an immense privilege. The chance to prove yourself and the opportunity to learn what you are truly capable of. Winning is never guaranteed. It requires everything and owes you nothing. So why chase winning? Because the only thing guaranteed in life, if you don't pursue winning, is losing. We owe it to ourselves to work toward being our best, because if you're not giving your best to this life, which life are you saving it for? I want all of you to win, and you all can. You just have to be willing to sprint, even when the distance is unknown. Think about the person you became to earn those wins. Class 223, we have won a long, enduring sprint in graduating from this academy, but tomorrow we come to a new start line. The next race is yours to win. Lastly, I would like you to take a good look out into the crowd. Take a really good look. Soak this moment in. Remember your family, your friends, and everyone here who supported you. They are the ultimate first place prize. This win is not only ours, it's theirs too. We did not do this alone, nor did we only do this for ourselves. We did this for our moms, our dads, our brothers, our sisters, our husbands and wives, our sons and daughters. This is a team win. They were there to pick up our dry cleaning, pack our lunches, and console us as we ranted endlessly about our Academy beach trips. Winning means nothing without a team. They are here tonight in a moment of glory and will continue to be there in our moments of defeat. Remember to always give them your first place efforts because family comes first. So let tonight be a moment of celebration of our win and the continued support of our families. Class 223, thank you for allowing me to serve as your class president. Always remain locked in because now our hard work really begins. Thank you.
Corporal Massetti, prepare the class for graduation. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Chief Shelley Vanderveen from the Claremont Police Department, who will administer the Code of Ethics.
"25 weeks ago, you received your first training class at the Academy, which addressed the basic principles of law enforcement. This included the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics. As you're about to graduate, we ask that you dedicate yourself to these ideals that you are about to affirm. Ready? Class, begin.
As a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve mankind, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all men to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others, honest in thought and deed, in both my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the laws of the land and the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature or that is confided to me in my official capacity will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately, without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement.
Class, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear.
That I will be ever faithful.
That I will be ever faithful.
To the precepts embodied.
To the precepts embodied.
In the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics.
In the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Good work and congratulations.
Thank you, Chief Vanderveen. I now turn the program over to Deputy Kayla Torres, who will present the graduates.
Good evening. Before we get started, I'd like to ask the members who will be assisting with the presentations to make their way to the right side of the stage, and when your name is called, please come up on stage. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce the graduates of Class 223. The first graduates are members of San Bernardino Valley College and Academy co-director Paul Dennis will make the presentations. This graduate was the class guidon bearer, George Manzo. Claudia Zamora. Our next graduate is a member of the California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, and Chief Deputy Director Joseph McCullough will make the presentation. Agent Sergio Guzman, Jr. Our next graduate is a member of the Barstow Police Department, and Police Chief Albert Ramirez, Jr. will make the presentation. Officer Victor Ochoa. Our next graduates are members of the Claremont Police Department, and Police Chief Shelley Vanderveen will make the presentations. This graduate was the leader of Squad 2, Officer Louis Osti. Officer Irfan Razvi. This graduate was the class treasurer, Officer Kyle Taylor. Retired Senior Sergeant Hector Fernandez, Jr. from the Los Angeles Police Department is the uncle of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Officer Tristan Vargas. Our next graduates are members of the Corona Police Department, and Police Chief Robert Newman will make the presentations. Officer Brett Sanhamel. Officer Kyle Shaw. Our next graduates are members of the Fontana Police Department, and Chief Billy Green will make the presentations. Officer Jonathan Bagley. This graduate was the class bugler, Officer Luke Gober. Officer Marcio Gragio. This graduate was the leader of Squad 3, Officer Jack Ho. Our next graduates are members of the Glendora Police Department, and Police Chief Matt Egan will make the presentations. Officer Andres Carranza Rodriguez. Officer Angelo Molo. Retired Officer George Sepulveda from the Riverside Police Department is the stepfather of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Officer Melissa Solis. Our next graduates are members of the Monrovia Police Department, and Police Chief Alan San Victorious will make the presentations. Officer Nicholas Fabanish. Officer Christopher Flores from the Alhambra Police Department is the boyfriend of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Officer Jasmine Holguin. Our next graduates are members of the Rialto Police Department, and Police Chief Mark Kling will make the presentation. Officer Keenan Green. Sergeant Ricardo Ramirez from the Long Beach Police Department is the cousin of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Officer Andrew Villasenor. Our next graduates are members of the Riverside Police Department, and Deputy Chief Bruce Bloomdahl will make the presentations. This graduate was the leader of Squad 5, Officer Manuel Cruz Cifuentes. Officer Drake Shannon. Officer Kayleen Swift. Officer Samantha Valdivia. Our next graduates are members of the San Bernardino Police Department, and Acting Police Chief David Green will make the presentations. Officer Cody Campbell. Officer Jonathan Mason. Officer Dominic Ruiz. This graduate was the leader of Squad 7, Officer Michael Vucic. Officer Alex Garcia from the California Highway Patrol is the brother-in-law of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. This graduate was the class administrative officer, Officer Hector Shalalpa. Our next graduate is a member of the Upland Police Department, and Captain Marcelo Blanco will make the presentation. Deputy Seth Nottingham from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is the mentor of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. This graduate was the class sergeant, Officer Albert Argueta, Jr. Our next graduates are members of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, and Sheriff Shannon Dykes will make the presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 6, Deputy Jordan Alnemri. Deputy Nicholas Baca. Retired Deputy Robert Ballinger from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is the father of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 1. Deputy Jake Ballinger. Retired Lieutenant Mark Cruz from the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation is the father of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Michael Cruz. Deputy Israel Cuevas. Officer Andrew Duncan from the Desert Hot Springs Police Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Zachary Duncan. Deputy Nico Stewart from the San Diego County Sheriff's Department is the brother-in-law of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Maylene Espinal. Deputy Jesus Gonzalez. Deputy Araceli Navarrete. Corporal George Anagnosopoulos from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is the mentor of the next graduate and will assist with the presentation. Deputy Maite Padilla. Deputy Daniel Ramirez. Deputy Cesario Reyes Jr. Deputy Christopher Reyes. This graduate was the leader of Squad 4, Deputy Vanessa Romero. This graduate was the Class K-9 handler, Deputy Jacob Stroik. Deputy Joseph Torres. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain seated as the graduates prepare for their final formation and dismissal. Following their dismissal, we ask that you meet the graduates outside. This will conclude the ceremony. Thank you for your attendance and good evening.
This is your badge. It was lifeless, made of metal. A die has stamped it from rough stock, shaped it in traditional design, and inscribed the word police. It has been plated and polished, sold for profit. Now it's yours. It is a symbol of Americanism. It is law, order, justice, and freedom. It is the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, E pluribus unum, the Pledge of Allegiance. The badge lives. It is a courageous defender, brave, noble, wise, and strong. It laughs and cries, knows fear and tragedy. It represents fairness, honesty, dependability. Possession of it transforms you from citizen to sentinel, guardian of the safety and welfare of others. Display it with dignity. Wear it with pride. Stand tall behind it. Defend its principles and emulate the qualities it represents. Treasure it, polish it, keep it gleaming. The reflection of the badge is one of hope, peace, and security. Respect your badge, and others will too.